Hi guys, this is Miss Mula Shanahan and I'm going to show you how to write your text analysis response paragraph, the second paragraph where you're writing about a literary technique. The step one is to reread your poem. So you have been working on a poem of your choice in your groups and you are to reread that poem. Step two is to identify a literary technique. Metaphor, simile, or imagery. So you look back at your poem and the annotations that you made and look to see if one of the lines that you highlighted is an example of metaphor, a comparison, simile, a comparison using like or as, or imagery, writing that appeals to the five senses, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, or smelling. Step 3. Think and discuss, what does your line mean? So this is where you can create your word web. It might also be where you take a word that you are unfamiliar with and put it in Google Translate to find out what it means in your home language. Or you may look at the thesaurus to find other words that mean the same. Step 4, you're going to complete with your group the framed response. The first sentence is provided for you. Literary elements help create the central idea. The second sentence, you are to fill in what the central idea is that you and your group has identified. One literary element to support the central idea of overcoming challenges is simile. In the third sentence, you are going to discuss what the purpose of the literary technique is. Similes are used to illustrate similarities through comparison. In your fourth sentence, you are going to identify your example of the literary element. An example of the literary element simile is, quote, "I'll rise up, rise like the day," end quote, in lines 8 through 9. Sentence number 5 is where you explain the meaning of their quote in your own words. In my own words, this quote shows that the speaker will rise up like the sun and confront her challenges every day. In your sixth and final sentence, you are going to restate the central idea. This creates the central idea of overcoming challenges, because it is something we must do again and again in our life. In conclusion, overcoming challenges is an everyday task. So, this is one way to organize your writing around a literary technique. Remember step 1, reread your poem. Step 2, identify a literary technique from your poem, metaphor, simile, or imagery. Step 3, think and discuss with your group, what does it mean? Step 4, complete the framed response. Thank you so much for listening. Keep writing.